Hello, Fredlings. I'm Claude for Chicago. We are here for real people with real creativity in real time. Fredlings never give up, and I want on you. And today we're back with another live stream here in History Adventure Theme Park. If you are new to this series, this is an Epcot-style theme park where you can go through the history of the world. But unlike Epcot, we are actually going through history events that are not normally covered. So you can come into the park, go through either of these spaceships, and get brought back into the Industrial Revolution of Great Britain, the Pyramids of Giza in Egypt, the history of the Palestinian countryside, the Czechoslovakian coup d'etat post, and then the battle for the Alamo. This park has been such a beautiful adventure so far, and I've been enjoying every step with every single one of you Fredlings, and I cannot wait to continue. If you missed our last live stream, we made this ride down here, which is like the spinners. The Elixir machine had 7 guests in its entire lifetime and 2 monthly guests. So far, only 1 lifetime guest on the Alamobiles. I'm not sure why nobody wants to get on it. The sequence is not super long. If I made this free, would people get on this ride? I'm not sure. Same thing with this. I mean, the issue is if I make this, well, this one hasn't gotten anybody on it, so we're just gonna make it free anyways. But if you missed our last live stream yesterday, we were working on the Alamo ride, not the Alamobiles. And it has 0 guest lifetime as well, unfortunately. But that's slowly going to start picking up because we have ourselves a themed ride here. It is a target shooting ride for the Alamo. So we're going to start working on this and start getting some stuff in. Now, not everything here is going to be completely Alamo related. Just based on... it's not going to be like the end scene that we did yesterday. The end scene was obviously quite significant considering there was we're having like a battle. But over here and stuff like that, we're going to incorporate some boxes and some crates and some targets and some all that other cool Western stuff that we usually we haven't really used in quite a long time. So let's go back and let's see if we can find the Western themed stuff. Here we go. Let's start off by making another wagon here. And we're going to place... Ooh, I wish I saw this earlier. Because I would have put this definitely outside in the Alamo area. Well, I guess we're just going to have to put it in there now. So we're going to put in a wagon. And then we are going to incorporate... oh, look, there's some rope too. Let's put some rope down. And then... let's add in some dynamite. Of course, you got to have dynamite in this place. You know, it's part of the Alamo. It's a part of the design. And we probably should have a mine shaft portion in this somewhere. Not sure exactly where I'm going to place that. Or some coffins. But I want to get some crates, too. Crates are, like, always such a good thing to put down when you're doing these Western... designs and these Western builds, because it just gives it so much detail. And barrels too. Barrels would be in the game as like defined for more pirates, but barrels are sort of universal. Barrels, barrel. How do you spell a barrel? Oh, because we're still inside a Western. Barrel. Duh. I was sitting here like I'm pretty sure I'm spelling barrel correctly. And then let's place some of those down over here. We're obviously going to need to place some targets. And we're going to turn this exploding one off because we don't want that to explode. But we want a little bit of detail in this place if possible. So we'll place in a few barrels, get them all sort of detailed in. And get that sort of running and gunning. Put that there, turn this to stationary. Put a few more of these down over here. So our guys, so this side, they're still looking on this side over here. Alright, that's good to know. Alright, that's very good to know, because I know I did this yesterday, but I didn't realize that that was still in. Alright, let's delete some of this. And I want to do a mine shaft. Alright? I definitely want to do a mine shaft. So let's go back, and let's find the, let's go to Western. Western? Delete? Let's get on the locomotive tracks. I hope the, I hope this can get on it. Where is the, minecart empty train? Oh, that's what it was before. The same sort of issue, same sort of weirdness. Why would they make this a different size? But I always ask that with Planet Coaster. You don't know what they were doing. They were just making a game. So let's add in a few of those here, like so. I do not like how this is kind of floating. So let's flatten this out if possible. Let's go back into our scenery. Let's grab our minecart. And it doesn't fit, Claude. We clearly know that. So we're going to have to improvise, adapt, and overcome. And we're going to go this way. Bring this up. Bring this across. Bring this here. And then what I like to do is I just bring it across like this. And it does look a little bit weird. If you're looking at it, if you're really, really in-depthly looking at it. But we can only do so much. So we'll put a couple minecarts on this track here. And then let's see what other sort of mine stuff that we could do. So I remember using the Rancher's Gateway as the pillars for the mine shaft, based on them being quite easy to place down. But I want to see if there's any sort of other pieces that could work too. I mean, I would not be terribly upset if I use this too, but that looks pretty expensive, more or less. All right, let's type in mine. Let's type in wood. Here we go. Scaffolding, ladders. Not anything that I'm specifically liking from that. Let's type in wood over here. Here we go. Here's an arch, but that's like more for a house. These wooden frame pieces always look good, to be honest with you, and they're pretty easy to place. I think I actually have them later at the end of the ride, too. You know what I'll do is I'll incorporate both the ranchers and these wooden frames together. You know what? Let's bring this completely across. And then we will take this rancher's thing. And we'll place a couple of those in there. Just to switch it up. And I kind of want this to be brown, though. Or that will work, too. Brown would be preferable. Yeah, there we go. Place one of those there. Place one of those there. I believe this goes through over here, and we're like looking at it on this side. So do I continue the minecart? Probably, just out of pure principle. So, oops. We'll take these two, split that from the scene, put that there. A little bit of that is getting sucked through. So do I make that a little longer? Maybe. All right. So we'll dig some of this out over here, and then we'll reflatten the foundation like so. Apparently I did not flatten that out correctly. Okay. Let's go back to the western. You know what? Let's put the dynamite barrels in. Put a few of those in. Put a few normal barrels too. Maybe we could put like a minecart sitting off to the side. I know it's not on a track, but we'll put a minecart there. We probably should also put some like pickaxes and all that stuff in too, because you know, details. And then a shovel too. Now, these things are really small, so I never really incorporate a ton of them in. These are a little tedious to place down. But if you do them correctly, it'll look real good. A dynamite press, gotta have one of those. Maybe a few of those. What is this? Wooden board. Don't know why you would specifically use that here. Put a few of these crates down as well. Oh, the lamps. Yeah, we should definitely put some of those in. Oh, and the dynamite crates. Yeah, we definitely want to have dynamite crates down. Because obviously we're going to have, you know, dynamite here. Put a few of those dynamite crates down. Put like one of those over there. Now, this side, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to design that up. But I guess we'll find out soon enough, right? And let's turn off our light and see how completely pitch black it is down in this place. So now we got to do the lighting pass. Now, I used to be I really loved doing lighting stuff back in the day. But now it's kind of not impossible. It's very tedious. Very, very tedious, but I guess that's what perfection is called, right? Use world axes. Okay. Has that always been a thing? Because if that's always been a thing, I'm going to be very livid. Because that seemed like that is way too easy of a feature to have for stuff that's, I'm going to be livid if that was always a thing. I'm going to try that at the next time something's messed up. If that's the problem. Sometimes when you're moving stuff, it goes at weird angles. And maybe that's why. Let's turn off the lights now and see how lit up it is. Alright, so you cannot see anything still. Okay, now we need to find some sort of light. So lights. I don't know if the campfire is defined in this technically, but I know the campfire is definitely a All right. These, the oil lamps. Oil lamps do so much light in this game. It is absolutely crazy. So, I think there's a couple oil lamps. So I'm just going to literally place these down everywhere we possibly can. Now, you might be asking, why is that floating there? Well, because this game sees some of these scenery objects as larger than what they are. So you kind of have to like manually sort of mess around and figure out where they're going to go. So we're just going to place a few of those on the ground over here. This one technically has like a little hanging down bit. So I'm going to actually place... I don't know if I should place them at every arch. Probably should place them at every arch. Also got to figure out where the middle is for them too. Let's see how that looks. Oh, look at how lit that is now. Oh man, this is looking good. It's nice. It's very lit up now. It is very, very lit up now. Put one more over here. Maybe put another... Well, because we don't really want people looking at the sides that we're not going to see. But I'm going to place one on top of this crate here. And it looked like I was putting it on there, but... You know, like I was explaining, the depth of the game is very, very crazy. And then... Put a fire light in here. No, that doesn't make any sense, Claude. What about a skull lamp? No, but I don't think I've ever used that. It looks kind of cool. Spooky candles could possibly work as well. I haven't used too much, but this is like more of a mine shaft. I do want to point one of these lamps so people could see that this lamp is a part of the ride. And then, like, let's place one more down over here. And then we are glitched out of the game. It's very spooky down here without the lights on. Alright, perfect. Now let's go find ourselves the targets. Apparently, I know I've been doing this for such a long time, but apparently these do define as targets you can shoot at. I've never used them, but apparently they do, and they're actually kind of cool. But will I use them? I don't know. Not for the Alamo ride, I don't think. That just wouldn't make too much sense. Alright. Let's start adding in some targets. I like the targets that sort of like are kind of semi-hidden and pop down. Like you can only really shoot at it like instantly. So I like to add in those. So we'll add in one here. And then we'll place one over here and sink that into the ground a little bit. And I also like the ones that kind of like go in sideways, but I haven't really had an opportunity or found, or more, you know, I haven't found really a great spot for that so far. So when we find out, we will put them in, but right now I'm just doing sort of the normal. It just goes down, not sideways, which I would like to do, but just can't figure out. Maybe like here I can maybe kind of explain how I want it to go. Like it kind of pops in. I don't know. I always found those kind of cool. It's not like it's needed, but it like pops backwards instead of forwards. Red Wolf, thanks for coming out to the stream. How are you doing this fine Tuesday afternoon? I will be definitely on Fortnite tonight. Don't know what time yet, though. I gotta get something to eat because I am going to be starving later. I'm not actually hungry now. But how is it going? Now these big targets I really never use But we'll put a big target down just because I can. Or I mean, this is the medium sized target. This is the large target. Where I'm gonna put the large target, I don't know. Oh, you know what would be cool too? If I had some like popping down from the ceiling. That would be cool. If I can grab that, that would also be very cool. I am so happy that we went to Legoland the other day to see this sort of in. If I did get on that little coaster track ride thing, I don't think I would have any big inspiration. I don't think I would be doing this, to be honest with you. But what I learned is literally there's targets everywhere. They're not worth a lot. It's not really very many high value targets. High value targets were like 10 points. But there were quite a few targets. Maybe we'll put like one large one back here. I know I said I don't really use the large ones, but I think this would be... If I'm going to use one, this would probably be the spot to use it, right? Absolutely gigantic. I don't think I put any in the minecarts itself. I don't know if you can actually see in the minecarts either. Red Wolf says, I started back on GTA doing the new heist. Hey, nice. You doing that on PC? I'm assuming. I haven't played GTA in a long time. I think the last time I played GTA is when I streamed it too with Game and Botch and all them. That was a long time ago. And these big fat targets, I never usually have them pop down either because I just don't really have the space for them. But we'll put them in there. This is so good. Just hope people want to get on this. I hope people want to get on this. That's all I can really say. I would. I would want to get on this ride. This is what I'm talking about, where they pop into the cart. I should have done more of these. I always like watching them like. But I definitely did one here, though. Or I'm going to put one this way where it goes in. Oh, God, that's going to be so cool. So cool. The GTA Cluck and Bell heist is absolutely wild to me. PS5. The GTA Cluck and Bell heist is wild. I haven't seen anybody play it, for the record, but I'm saying it's wild because... You would have thought that that would have been in the game a long time ago. I think there might have been like a challenge to do there once in the story mode, but it wasn't like super mentioned. And what the heck, GTA? What the heck? You can't customly build one walk-inable Cluckin' Bell in the entirety of the game? You're going to put them in GTA 4, but not into GTA 5? Cluckin' Bell is like an iconic... They had Cluck and Bell and Heart Burger Shot in GTA 4. So the fact is they did not have they didn't have it in GTA 5 is wild to me. Wild. Wild. All right. Let's put one here. Dude, this is going to be like a dope ride. Let's, maybe I should put a couple more down. Alright, now we gotta click on this and, edit the... Edit ride. Need to connect some objects to the ride. We already have 32 installed. I'm gonna have to incorporate just a few more. Just a few more. We are currently... I think I got them all. Let's start the target shooting. You see how, like, they kind of pop back like that? Oh my god, how did I miss that? I did not set that up so I could hit all of these in a row. Promise you. See, oh look, that big one was like right there. No, how did I miss it? And then there should be a bunch of targets here. A bunch of targets there. And then I want some targets that pop out the ceiling here. It is quite a short ride for, like, us. But for the people in Planco, it's kind of long. $15 is the max combo. So you're getting 150 for one? Holy bling bling. Probably should put some more lamps and stuff there. Fastest gun in the whole Wild West. We got sweats and debts and come on bets. You can't tell who the upper hand gets. Ooh, fire. Alright. Now, we did a mine shaft, we did the Alamo. Now the question is, what do we do next? We can continue with that sort of, mine shaft vibe. I just don't want to do the whole thing as a mine shaft, because I feel like that'd be too easy to do. But if we can't, then it's fine. We'll figure something else out. Oh, you know what would be cool? Is if I grab the old... Maybe we could build like an old wooden house down here. Which wouldn't make too sense. But because it's a video game, it's called Imagination. Natural wooden plank. These are the ones that I'm talking about. Right? So we'll put in the... we'll put in a... You know what? Well, I guess we'll build a sort of a custom house here. Because I'm going to want to build... the only reason why I want to build a custom house is because I do not want it to be so perfect. And it's something that I haven't actually ever built before, so I kind of want it to be a little janky. But why does this one look so much nicer than the other one? Because this is natural wooden battered square arch. Okay, this one matches with it. Oh, and I gotta add rocks too, boys. Gotta add some rocks. I got a whole mine shaft over there, but no rocks. That don't make any sense. Oh, there's somebody on the ride! They got cop hats too! Stephanie Burdick in... Hendrick Kelly are playing. Apparently the children are not playing, but we got people on the ride. Let's freaking go. Those are the highest scores of 660. Bro, I just hit 3,000, bro. Come on, dog. Maybe because they haven't finished the ride either. Alright, I don't know which rocks to use. Maybe alpine rocks? This is more of just for our detailing purposes. We could also... what's it called? Put targets around these as well, but I just did not do that yet. So, we're going to add in some targets and all that mumbo jumbo soon. Let's undo that one and place this huge rock here. Let's place a huge rock inside here just because we can. Place in a few more rocks on this side. And I want these to have sort of those, like I was saying, those popping out targets. Can't tell who the upper king gets got with sweats and debts and come on bets. All right, let's turn down that real quick. Okay, now I gotta figure out what kind of stuff we could put in here. I wish I could put those benches and stuff in, but I gotta do a pathway. I mean, I did a pathway before and it didn't look too bad. I just don't know if the pathway down here is technically would be the... worth it? I'm not saying worth it. Let's take that back. If it makes sense. I do not want flattened terrain. Western bench. That doesn't look too Western to me. That looks like a modern bench. I'm looking for, like, I want some sort of janky stuff. I guess we'll go with the, what? Vintage bench looks like it's... Vintage bench looks like it was made yesterday, bruh. I'm looking for something like this. Or something like this. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Are you making a saloon? I am now. I am now. I definitely am now. I was not actually going for that. I was going for, Does this have the... Oh, is that what that's for? Wagon stand. They literally have a wagon saloon. I never knew that was even a thing in this game. But, I was actually just building this just to change it up a little bit. But we are definitely putting a saloon in. Put one there. I wish this was a little larger, though. One of those there. Put a piano over here, right? And too bad this revolver is huge. But we can put this on the door, right? Somebody could add that money. Let's rotate this a little bit as well. Alright, let's push that button and see what it does. Wow, there's no way, dude, that was a thing. If I knew that was a thing... Goodness me, I wish I knew that thing was 25 years ago. What other Western things? They got some tents. Is there a small tent? That was the small tent. I guess everything looks larger underground, right? And then we'll put down what? This is a planter. We'll put one of those down. Put some more dynamite down, because, you know, why not? And then, where are the barrels? Barrel is not a part of Western. Barrels are considered Mystic Pirate, Storage Freeform, Props, Storage Main Game. Alright. Put a few more barrels around, because why not? Put a couple barrels out front, because this is a ride. It does not need to actually make any sense of where they are. Put a few of those down. Plus, it's a keg, you know, or it's a place. Where's the crate at? And let's get to our targets. Here we are. And let's incorporate a few targets. I love the pop-down targets, like I was telling you guys. So we're gonna literally have to put one here. I know it's floating, but only us can sees it floating. One of those there, and I want one of these that turns sideways as well. I need that to come this way a little bit more, and there we go. And then we'll put one of these on the wheels. Yeehaw! That's what I'd say. Oh, but this is exactly where I'm talking about. Where these, you shoot these and they just pop down, and then this one can pop up. Yeah. Yeah. Well, red. This lady up here has red hair. It's Ellie. We should call this Red Ellie's Saloon. We could put a sign on it and everything. Red Ellie Saloon. After Red and Ellie. Because apparently Ellie is always on all the pianos. Apparently there's no way to get rid of Ellie. Dude, this is looking freaking legit. You know the people that go on the rides, you'd be like, this is the lure for the Alamo ride. The Disney vloggers. The Fred vloggers in this universe. Alright, let's add those there. I think we, of course, gotta have one that pops out. You know, you gotta... It's too iconic for this sort of ride. We'll put one there. Oops, gotta make sure it's not sticking out the front. I don't care that it's floating. I just don't want to be sticking out the front. I just hope there's enough targets. Because, I mean, there just should be just a ton of targets. Even if they don't make any sense of where they're at, there just should be just a bunch of them. I feel like it lacks significantly over here. So, we gotta put a couple more in. Oops. Alright. Now, I did in theory want these sort of like all over the place. Like more of coming down from the ceiling. I only have one spot for it to come down currently, so we're gonna have to figure that. Oh, there's a child and father! Children and father on this ride. Alright, awesome. Don't you hate it when you feel like something's crawling into your ear, but nothing's crawling into your ear? Claude, that is what you call paranoia stage 1. Oh. But people are officially starting to get on this ride, which is freaking awesome. Which is the question which we will ask is the Alamobile ride now having beautiful customers? Beautiful customers. Also, this one, if you don't shoot it, do you get hit the ride? I don't know. Does it hit the ride? I'm sure it can't, technically. Nope. Happens to me, too. Just means you need a haircut. Literally, I have that written on my list of things to do today, Red. I don't think you've ever seen me, Red, ever before, actually, because usually I used to live stream with my webcam on. I just haven't done that in a while, just because of sheer laziness. But I most definitely need a haircut. You are correct. I was like, did I stream my? I was like, did I stream with my camera on yesterday? That's what I was thinking. Like, how does he know I need a haircut? But yeah, I definitely need a haircut, like a legit one too. Because when I cut my hair on my own, it's pretty bad. Like, I can never get the curls, man. The curls by your ears. It's like, bleh. So it takes me like forever to get them done. I spend like at least doesn't take me too long to cut my hair, because I kind of like just do like a 5 or 6 all over, depending on how I'm feeling. Back in the day, I used to get like a 0 straight buzz, right? Pretty much. It wasn't a buzz cut, but pretty much. But now I'm keeping it a little longer. Oh, you know what I should do is I should probably put a target here too. Now, I don't want the children to understand that, you know, we're not, you know, the Alamo should be a pro-American thing. It should not have any shooting American stuff. So, like, I was going to put, like, a target on the cannon, but I don't want to be like, oh, you know, the Disney vloggers or the Fred vloggers would be saying, oh, you know, Claude from Chicago actually put this in here, you know, and you're shooting actually at the Alamo. Why are these things going off? No one's even shooting them. Apparently somebody shooted them. Maybe while they're sitting in line. Oh, you know what? The guests back here are probably shooting them, waiting to get off the damn ride. That's the only thing I could think of. Alright, now that we're getting rid of this grass, it's starting to look actually kind of good. Just got to make sure that we get rid of all this grass. There's not enough people going on the ride, so they're just sitting on it, which is so stupid. Okay, now let's do a little lighting pass real quick. And see how this starting to look. All right, we'll put a light. They'll put a lamp on this rock, which doesn't really make too much physical sense. There, we'll put another one here. We'll switch up the lamp with this oil lamp too, and stick it on top of that. Put a lamp on this bench. Put another lamp on this bench. Put a lamp here. It's pretty lit up in there, so I'm not actually too concerned about that. Oh, we should definitely put a target in this window, though. Should definitely put a target in there. And I should probably put a couple more lamps over here. Oops. Alright, let's grab a sign. Which one of these signs are writable? Because that's the one thing in this game, is finding a sign that's writable. It's kind of difficult. You would think you could just type in sign and it would pop up. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Claude, it literally is popping up right now. Alright, mystic sign. Can I write on this one? That sign is absolutely ginormous. Here are some Western signs. And we'll call this Red Wolves. Call this Red Wolves. Change the background to being red. Come on now. Boom. Now you're officially part of the game, Red Wolf. Forever and ever. Target. Put a couple more targets in here. Oops. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky. Little bit tricky. Boom. And then we will click on this ride. And we'll press. The new high score is Esperanza Mirando with 6,030. Probably because they were sitting in the ride for so long. Alright, let's try to attempt to grab all of these in one go. I feel like I'm gonna miss some along the way, but we can. It's not like they're getting double put on. Oh yeah. All right, now we'll press confirm, and then we'll start the target shooting right now. Oh my gosh, I hate missing the combo streaks, man. I'm very competitive, as many of you probably already know. Oh my god, why did I miss the streak? Oh, I know I said I shouldn't put any targets there, but I probably should. No, why did I miss? Oh, I didn't get the high score, son of a bling long. Oh my gosh, what is this here? We need to do a lot more stuff. Oh, see, look, they're still shooting from here. So the ride still technically continues, so no wonder I can't get the high score. Alright, that's very good to note. Alright, it feels like there's nothing here, though. Maybe we can put some of those targets that pop up. Like they're climbing over the walls. Just to have something else incorporated in this, because I feel like it is very empty, like right about here. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like they're legitly climbing over. Alright, add those while we are here. And let's grab some of those oil lamps. Because I don't know why I didn't even think about that yesterday. But definitely should have some of those around here so that it's a little bit more lit up. And I don't know if this fighting scene at nighttime would be cooler or if during the day would be cool. So I guess maybe we could try to just turn the lights off. And just see how it looks. They're technically, the lights are technically on, for the record. I mean, it looks a little bit more scary with the lights off than per se on. I will say that. I would, you know what? Let's keep the lights off. It just looks a lot. It looks a lot nicer. I'm gonna leave the lights up there just in case if I want to turn them back on again, because even though it's relatively simple to do, I just don't want to rebuild the lights again if I don't have to. And we're just gonna add in a few of these. I think there's a fire in this game, but it definitely does not count as a light source for some reason, but it does count as a light. These campfires. Yeah, it's not a light source, but it is a light source, if that makes sense. So I'll put a few of those down. I think it actually does look a lot nicer. It also looks very green like it is nighttime. Alright, let's continue. Now I'm running out of now I'm officially running out of ideas. So, we got a saloon, which was not my original plan, so the ride literally saved us on that. It was just going to be a room that we shoot stuff. We got this filled up. So, I think we're actually... Let's get on the ride and let's see I'm not going to shoot. Well, I gotta fix this here too. Maybe I'll shoot. Dang it! It's when the car moves is when you miss. Okay, adding those targets here definitely help. Oh, it looks so much nicer now that it's at nighttime. I'm gonna I'm gonna tuck these lights up so we can't see them. And if we need them on, we'll turn them on. Alright, and then we come through here. So we see this side here. We don't need to worry about anything on the left. The only time we need to start worrying about that, we're right when we start seeing these wooden pillars in the back. Alright, that should be easy enough to remember. Perfect. So let's take these. Let's hide them away. So if we ever need them, we can go grab them again. Question is, why is one of these... Oh, that's from the flames. Okay, so just gotta... Oops. Just gotta figure out what we're gonna do here, and we should be good. When in doubt, barrels. This is why we like you, Red. This is why we like you, Red, because Red knows what he's talking about. When in doubt, barrel it out. Come on, dogs. Like, how did you not know that, Claude? How did you not know that, Claude? All right. Barrels, crates. Let's see if there's any other like Western stuff that we haven't used, and then we're gonna go with the barrels. I mean, it's a Target ride. It's not super crazy. They literally had spiders and like snakes. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Spool of rope. Boom. Detail. Here's a milk churner. Detail. You know, apparently this luggage is Western. Detail. Right? I mean, we didn't do the train yard stuff yet. Oh, the Western fire? Oh, this is where we would put the fire underneath it. So put one of those things. Gold? Let's type in gold. There's definitely gold in this game. There's these golden things. But where's the golden nuggets? I'm pretty sure there's like a golden nugget somewhere. Here's a golden treasure chest, which we've talked quite significantly a lot. What about like a block of gold? I don't think we can recolor rocks, but there's something in this game that definitely looks like a piece of gold. It's like a rock, like a real piece of gold. What is it called? I don't know. Apparently, it's not called gold. Oh, there's a cheeseburger, basic cheeseburger. Ooh, here's a campfire site, though. I knew there was something pre-built in this game. The fire looks a little bit hot, though. Make some hot stuff, baby, tonight. All right. Let's keep looking for that gold, though. I swear I must have had it in some sort of playthrough. They got like these gems. Yeah, beware of rocks falling sign. I definitely know that there was some sort of like chunk of gold or something. There's the Halloween pumpkin things that we were talking about. I still never really went through a park and sort of re-detailed everything up. There's the barrels and all that sort of stuff. All right. Oh, I'm exhausted. Let me check one thing on my phone real quick, and then we're gonna keep building. Ooh, what about the? Oh, this is like one of those animatronics. I don't want all that. That thing's more of a pain in the neck to put down than anything. Let's put down another wagon wheel here. Mama's wagon wheel. Let's grab some barrels. I think this is right about here is where they're starting to see that. Put a barrel up there. Put a barrel over here. Ooh, put a barrel over here. Put a barrel over here. Put a little barrel over here. Let's find a crate. Wooden crates. Put a crate there. Put a crate here. Put a crate over there. Dynamite. Dynamite right there. Dynamite has that little candle on top of it, but it does like no light pollution. It literally is just lit itself, which never makes sense to me. It's literally just lit itself. But okay. Let's grab some targets. Target. I prefer to shop at Red Circle. I prefer to shop at Red Circle. Okay. Red circle with a white dot in it. Oh, I'm so funny. Oh, we should put some cowboys and stuff down, dogs. I said we were going all out for this. Why didn't anybody call me out on this? We're gonna put some cowboys chilling like a villain, bros. Gotta. We absolutely gots to. They're not shooting at them yet because I don't have it, synced up. Now I think we're gonna do some lighting stuff here because we do have a couple flames, but those are definitely not enough. It actually isn't too bad. Now here I have absolutely no idea what I'm gonna really put in this. But we'll find out here in a couple seconds, because you gotta have an idea. And I need to change this to be Rocky Balboa. So we got a lot of wooden beams. So we could do the same sort of idea with the target sort of like just being on the side, which is what we're going to have to do. That is true. But when in doubt, barrel it out. Because I don't think that's going to really cut it. The just targets on just, not per se floating, but we're going to need some other stuff in here. And it can't be a lot either, because the ride's almost over. Underground waterfall, question mark? That would be actually kind of cool. But that would be cool, Red. That would be cool. There is a waterfall effect that you can put in the game, but I'm not going to do that because I feel like that's going to be quite a pain in the neck to do. At least it wouldn't make too much sense, because this is sort of like in the mine shaft. But an underground waterfall, that makes a little bit more sense. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do it this time, but that is a good idea. That is a very, very good idea. That is a very good idea. Where can I put a waterfall? Because here wouldn't be the greatest spot. Maybe like... Oh, maybe we could put the underground waterfall while we're waiting to get onto the ride. How about that? That would be cool. While we're waiting to get onto the ride, we'll have an underground waterfall. Because there is quite a lot of room over there that we haven't really utilized. You know what movie we should watch at some point? Is Jackie Brown. I don't know why, but I really want to watch Jackie Brown. As of currently just right now. Maybe because I've only seen it like twice. Or what? Maybe I've only seen it once. Yeah, definitely, because there's not enough people in the ride. They're still shooting. I wish there was a way I could just have them stop shooting at the end. Feels like even in the small area, there's less targets than on the other one that's even shorter. So let's add in a few more while we're here. lamp? When in doubt, put some lamps down. I don't know if the lamps have different colors. I don't know if these are ones that we can recolor either. No. Because sometimes there's like, you know, one's a little bit more yellow, one's a little bit more red or whatever. Just depends on the game. But some of them you can recolor. All right, let's start connecting all this stuff to the track, shall we? Where do we leave off? So none of these were selected. I think I selected everything. Uh-oh, Steam down or stream down? Well, if it's either one and you don't respond, I think that's probably a bad sign. It says on my end the stream is at excellent connection. And where's Liam? Probably working. Working too hard. Alright, so we finally got, like, you know, we have a lot of people getting on this. Which is very, very nice. And then I want to do the wooden, the same thing as we did for the Red's house. I want to make that like a wooden mine shaft or whatever you want to call it. I want to make that a thing. But which one was it, per se? Wooden plank. Is this what we just used? No. Wooden plank, this one is what we used. Would people drive through, or would this drive through that? I think it would. People are laughing, so this must be a good ride. Oops. All right, let's grab this lamp and move that. The only reason why I'm putting these here is because you can see that huge hole in the ground. And this girl is kind of glitched through this, so can I move this back a little bit? Yeah, I don't want these, like, people to see these huge holes in the ground. Oh my goodness, because I couldn't put a garbage bin here? Is that still a problem? Also, I don't think this stuff is on the work zone, so that could also be a problem too. But people are getting on this, which is freaking legit. Now, are people getting on the other rides, like I asked earlier? I don't know. I mean, I put it as a direct exit, and yes, we are at 18. We were at 0. Now we're at 18. But you look at, you can get right off this ride. It's $0 to get on that ride. And I forgot to move this bench here. I thought I moved it. Oh yeah, because we didn't remove it because we didn't remove it because of not that the game crashed, but all right, let's select everything in here. It's even selecting the trees as things. That's always very annoying to me. Why would the trees be selected? I think it's because they're like a part of a scenery. So you're gonna clean. Like I don't need all of this selected. I just need the ride selected. Okay. Do we need a priority pass, which is going to shut down the entire ride once we started getting it going? I always like a priority pass. It's going to be the main ride, and I believe it is going to be packed. We've only had 74 people on it. It is going to mess this up significantly, unfortunately. But we need to put the priority pass on before it keeps getting more and more upgraded. So once I figure out where the priority pass is, we're going to place that in. And hopefully it doesn't mess up our entire thing. But we are going to do that underwater. We're going to do that waterfall underground. Like Red asked. So we're going to place the priority entrance here, I think. Or I put it here so you can walk right past the people. I don't know. Kind of want it to be a little unique and go around. We'll put it there. Ride is temporary closed because the priority pass is not in place. That's awesome. Love to see that. Love to see that. Just because equal priority. Oh, you changed the priority. Oh. I did not know that. Now I'm messing with the ride, so now we're going to have to retest the entire thing. Boom, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Now, what does this mean? What are we doing from here? So let's try to put that waterfall in. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to look, to be honest with you, but let's first try to get water in here in the first place. gosh. Okay, so we can get water down here. Okay, that's good. Now we need to do some smoothing. Make it a little bit more natural. A little bit more natural. And then let's grab our waterfall, which should be somewhere in here. Waterfall splash line. I want waterfall. Where's the waterfall one? Unless it's in Planet Zoo. Oh, I think it's in Planet Zoo. But we have done stuff like this before, so it's not like it's impossible to do. So let's go with our geekism strat, because this isn't my strategy. This is what geekism did, and I just like to say he came up with it, and I like to give him credit for it. So what we'll do is we'll place in a series of rocks with crack intervals. And then we will grab the water. And find which ones look the best. Which I forgot which one it was. If it's sprout water we use, or if it's why is the right now not on? We're going to call it Alamo draw. All right, let's continue. So where is the waters? Is it this one? Do I use the splash? I feel like that's not correct. I feel like the splash is the bottom. So we'll place the splash here. Put a few of those in. I think it might be the sprout. Alright, and then we'll go like this. And we'll turn it sideways and tuck it in the rock. And how this works, and how we get it to make it look like a waterfall, which I've done this quite a fair amount of times, is you got to tuck them in, and you got to put them in like all the cracks. Because that's turn the other way, bro. Why is it? But if you do it the right way, it'll look pretty legit. Then we'll drop a couple on the top, right? Because we can. Nearer, further, more than a country. Bro, why would I want it to go that way? Dude, why would I want it to go the absolute opposite way, bro? Now, if we had this outside in the sun, it would look a lot nicer. So I don't know how it's going to look underground. TBH. I never built one of these underground. So I guess we'll find out, right? So, we turn off the lights. That looks like it's the Titanic and it's about to explode. But we can't really do much about that. So let's grab some lamps. Apparently lamps are not in the game. There we go. And we'll place down a few lamps. The lamps aren't doing any light here because the sunlight's still out. So that's a reason why. And then we'll grab our terrain tool. We'll grab our paint tool. Grab our rock tool. We're going to paint in all rocks in here. I'm going to do that for all of this. I don't know if I already did that or not, but I did. All right, perfect. So now we have an underground waterfall. Perfect. Okay, next. I want to incorporate lamps on top of the poles. So I am. And so am I. Alright, perfect. I was like, what the heck is this man talking about? Alright, let's add in some lamps here. Not going to put them on all of them, but as you see, this side counts as light because it's 2 in the mountain. They're all floating. They are all floating. Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. So we're going to have to come through. Because the sunlight's technically there, so it's not lighting it up. And I got to fix this. I thought I got rid of that grass. I thought I literally just got rid of that grass. Oh, I kept forgetting to put the cowboys in the ride, dude. We gotta put the cowboys in there. We definitely should have this place lit up pretty significantly. Red says, can you make the stalagmite and this... I don't even know what that even means. Time to Google search that right now. Oh, stalagmites. Yes, we can do that. We can 100% do that. A 100,000,000% can do that. Alright, we're going to also select all these lamps. Not the rock. I do not want the rock. Please. Thank you. Do not want that. I do not want... Oh, goodness me. I don't want all that. I just want the lamps. Thank you. Now, they should all be on the proper... Now they shouldn't be floating off the railing. Now it's on my judgment. Oh, of course I didn't grab that. Now I gotta just make sure that they're all lined up. And you said, can I make the stalagmites? Yes. Where are those rocks at? I'm sure they're probably underneath the rock part of the game. I did that before. In our last theme park. And I think that just looks pretty cool. So we gotta add them in. And it does the detail. Remember, we have to put the cowboys in. We have to put the cowboys in. We gotta put the cowboys in. Because I'm going to forget. Again. I will 100% forget. But I will have to put the cowboys in. Oh, that looks so cool. See, this is what I used to do for every single one of my rides, and no wonder we played so many hours of this game. No wonder. And no wonder I also went brain dead from this game. Because I think it's very awesome to do this. But sometimes my brain will explode if we do too much of it. But I think this looks freaking dope. Looks very, very good. But up on. Turn those off because we definitely do not need them exploding here in line. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. All right, cowboys, 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 cowboys. I want a cowboy sitting right over here, sitting on the ground. All right. I also want a cowboy sitting at Red's bar. Like chilling at the bar. Like this. Chilling like a villain. Boom. I don't think a cowboy would be legitimately just chilling like that, but I want to add a few of those in. Now, I think there's also miners that I've had in this game. Props. Animatronics. Here we go. Archaeologists is what they're called. Put a few of those guys in here. Boom. Boom. Details. Campfire's too big there. Maybe we'll put a couple more of these milk jugs and stuff down. I think this is I think this ride is pretty much done. I think I just got to add in a few more lights, which I want to do. I want to do it a little differently on this side, but I think we're pretty much done. So we're going to make these two a scenery piece. And then we're just going to duplicate this. Now we got a lamp and the wooden... It's technically a farmer's entrance, but put those together. And this is probably the last one we can have with the light actually working unless we turn it to nighttime. But I've definitely done this design before. Just put a few of those there. But if we turned it to nighttime, that would be 100% lit. Okay, now we need to fix this, because... Ooh, man. It looks very nasty. Let's just smooth this out. That might affect a couple of our lights inside. But that looks a little bit more realistic than what it was. And this here, it needs to definitely be changed. I could also bring it out more, too. I don't know which one would be better. Maybe if I bring this side out, because this is like more of the main ride. So I feel like this would need to be brought out a little bit. And then we'll grab our paint, our rock paint, paint this back in. Because apparently I didn't do that before. And then I would like to grab that big wooden sign that we tried to use before, and it looked horrendous. But I think if we put it out on this side, it would be good. By the way, we should be, in theory, having these signs and all this stuff on every single one of our rides and custom things, but I don't want to burn myself out with doing all that stuff like I used to do back in the day. No, it doesn't mean I'm not going to give an exception to doing every once in a while, because we're doing one clearly now. But what do we call this? We call this the Alamo Draw. Which, it wasn't a draw, but more of a shootout draw. And is this the cowboy font? There's not very many fonts in the game, but I think that it is. Ranchers. Oh, Ranchers looks ugly. We're using this one. Definitely need to add something over here. This is very naked. That is something we're going to have to figure out another stream. Because, I don't want to do that now. Alright, let's click on this guy. Augustus's new name is Teji Cam. Let's take a look at this and let's see how we're going. How it turned out. It's the Alamo Draw. Definitely needs some details here, because this is very naked. Looks very, Thrillville-y. Then we're going to come on inside the ride. And you can go down the fast pass if you are the wealthy. And you look at this beautiful waterfall. If you're the unwealthy, you'll have to wait in line a little longer. It's equal priority, which I like how it's defaultly set up that way. But I could also make it high priority, where the priority, you know, you get straight in the ride first. There's also a low priority, which would mean they would go last. That would be Among Us. But let's get on the ride, and let's try it out, and let's actually get some ride. The high score is 4,320, which I feel like it's still pretty high. But I guess it is the high score, right? There is a whole bunch of other stuff that we can incorporate in this ride, which we have not done. For example, if we wanted to make these targets linked to, like, those exploding barrels and have them explode, we can do that. We could have targets hit. We could shoot targets and they could shoot water at us. We could have targets that, you know, interact a fire and start a fire going off in the background. or explosions. I think I said that. You could do pretty much what you want in this game. You could link stuff to rides, so even if you don't shoot a target when you drive over a certain section in the ride, you could have water splash on you, you get fire exploding, you know, smoke. There's a bunch of stuff you can do in this game. We didn't do that for this ride because it's more of a more generic target shooter ride, but, you know, still high budget, so maybe we could always come back and add one. We are definitely going to be working on the Alamo the next time we do play because, like I said, I do want to do a couple additional additions to this ride, so we're definitely going to come back and add some more stuff a little later on. But this is the Alamo ride, or Alamo draw. I think adding those cowboys in, I've definitely added in enough, and the miners. I know they're not, or the archaeologists. I know it's not a ton of difference, but just adding those in there, giving some, like, life perspective, I think helps. I think I might add a few archaeologists in here at the end of the ride a little later, too. And our high score for this ride is 12,490. But apparently we could still shoot at these over here. If you just don't miss, that would be, you know, part of the mumbo jumbo. But yeah, that is going to be pretty much all the time that we have here for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Red Wolf, thank you so much for coming out to the stream. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to take a thumbnail for the next live stream so I don't have to come in game. I want to give a special thank you to our Patreons for making this Patreon exclusive video possible, as well as our merchandise holders. As always, you guys help out significantly as well. But that is going to be all the time that we have here for today's live stream. We'll be playing some Fortnite a little later tonight on our Discord and some other games. So even if you don't like Fortnite, you just want to chill, we usually play, I don't know what time I will be on yet, but it'll probably be like 9 o'clock the latest. So, thank you so much for watching, Red Wolf, and everyone else that came out to the stream. I am Claude for Chicago, and remember, a real friendly makes their own luck.